Hey everyone, this is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about TNA after the pay-per-view on October 20th here. After that pay-per-view, but after the first TNA Impact show last Thursday, and wanted to see how TNA was going to go ahead and follow up a tremendous pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, and wanted to just see how they're going to follow up and what they're going to go going forward here. And so, got some things that kind of jotted down that I wanted to mention because they've got a pretty good start here, I think. Looks like they're kind of going a different route using Dixie Carter as your boss lady and, the bad girl here, the main heel, actually, in a way. And so by doing that, I think it's actually really good for the company. And I think it's going to take them to newer levels here. And I'm hoping that this is the start of something really good. So, following up a really good pay-per-view, you have to follow up a good Impact show after that. And I think for the most part they hit it. Probably could have done a little bit more to make it more exciting, but we'll see. Let's see what they did so far. So the show opens up and we have Dixie Carter, of course, coming on out, and she's addressing AJ Styles. She's throwing out the banners and stuff and saying, "Hey AJ, this is what you needed, AJ. This was a boost for you, But I'm on board with you and this and that, and I need you to join me." And so, it's all a pretty good storyline. I like that. They need to continue to push that a little bit, and as long as they do, then we'll be. I think the show is going to continue to be pretty interesting, and TNA needs that, okay? Because we do know that they've had financial issues, recently too. And they needed to do something different. And to me, this is the right direction. Of course, there's rumors out there that it's for sale, and who knows? Who knows if they're really true or not? Could be, maybe not. Who knows? Don't think McMahon would be interested in coming in and buying it. So it's actually good to have a little healthy competition. Anyway, well, Bully Ray's going to come on out and he's going to start yelling at AJ Styles, and they're going to go back and forth, and Bully gives him a cheap shot, starts to beat up on AJ, but of course here comes Mr. Anderson. Good move for Mr. Anderson coming out and taking on Bully Ray and just kind of beating him down a little bit. And, of course they handcuff him, they take him out, but it really is a good thing for him. They weren't really using him as much as they could have with being in the Aces of Eights and always being second fiddle to Bully Ray. I think this is really good, and actually he got a really good pop from the fans. So we'll see how this continues to play out. So I'm seeing a Bully Ray and Anderson battle going on for a little while here, and hopefully AJ is going to move on to some other people to start battling. We'll see who that's going to be. Let's see. They've got a lot of interesting things going on here in TNA though, because they have Chris Sabin, who's the new X Division champion again. You've got his girlfriend Velvet Sky, who is a contender for the Knockouts title, and there's the conflict thing kind of going on with them, so that they got some interesting storylines going on there. They got the Kurt Angle storyline with him not wanting to accept the Hall of Fame induction, but he comes back, and him and Rude, and now they're gonna be fighting each other next week. It's a rematch from Bound for Glory, and I'm looking forward to that match. And they've got a pretty interesting tag team division. Unlike the WWE, their tag teams are actually a pretty decent, where you don't necessarily have a jobber tag teams. Their tag teams win and they lose in a way where no one's really a jobber. So to have the Bromance come in and win the World Tag Team title, well, that's actually kind of believable. But then you have Storm and Gunner, and then you have some of these other tag teams that actually Bad Influence is a great tag team. They team really well, but at the same time, these guys are hilarious. So they've got a good tag team division going on, and they keep that active and going, and I think that's pretty nice. Where in the WWE, for the tag team, if when you're the champions, you're the ones winning. When you're usually anywhere below the champions, you're not necessarily winning. You're losing a lot. So for example, the Real Americans have been losing I don't know how many times already, until they finally won a tag team match, and then they went to the pay-per-view and lost at the pay-per-view. But things like that. So anyway, TNA does a little differently where these guys are winning and losing, and it's pretty consistent between the two. So it's kind of nice, kind of nice. So they have a lot of good things going on. We'll have to see how they continue this role, because to me this is a page book out of the Vince McMahon storybook. So it's something where you gotta continue to carry this, and you gotta go further with it, and you have to see how far Dixie Carter can take it, and how far can she take it by herself. Because I have a feeling she's gonna need help eventually. Okay, so, and I don't think EC3 is her answer. So we'll see, or is the answer, I should say. So we'll see what happens. Let's stay tuned and find out. Okay, thanks.